Okay, so you know that feeling when you're pairing socks and you're like, wait a minute, where'd that one go?
Happens to the best of us.
It really does. And today we're going deep on that very mystery. We're talking about the Great Sock Vanishing Phenomenon.
The elusive sock.
Exactly. And we're looking at this paper. It's called the Great Sock Vanishing Phenomenon, an interdisciplinary analysis of laundry anomalies. And I will say, this paper is not your typical scientific paper.
It's a bit more playful.
Yeah, it uses some humor. It uses fabricated research to kind of look at this everyday mystery that I think we all kind of experience.
Yeah, it's interesting how they take that approach because, I mean, who hasn't lost a sock at some point and wondered where it went?
Exactly. So one of their first theories that they explore in this paper is, what if our washing machines are actually gateways to other dimensions?
The interdimensional portal theory.
Yes, and so those missing socks, they're not lost. They're just on vacation.
They're just interdimensional travelers.
Yes, exactly. And they even come up with all this terminology, right? Like
Sock tracking technologies.
Yeah.
Multidimensional laundry field theory.
they get very creative with it. But one of the things they talk about is these dimensional rift detectors that are picking up these little micro rifts in space-time during the high spin cycle.
So the centrifugal force is so powerful, it's creating these tears in the fabric of reality.
Yeah, basically, and it's flinging these socks into other dimensions.
And of course, physicists haven't found any evidence of this happening.
Of course not.
But it's a fun thought experiment.
It is a fun thought experiment, and they go on to say that they attach glitter to the socks
Oh, yeah.
to try to track this journey.
And where'd they find the glitter?
Well, they found it on a toaster and a goldfish.
Of all things.
Very random. But I guess if you're traveling through dimensions, you never know where you're going to end up.
Exactly. You might pick up some souvenirs along the way.
That's right. But they go on to explore an even more interesting concept, which is, what if socks aren't just passive victims of these dimensional rifts?
What if they have a will of their own?
Yes, what if they want to escape?
Sentient socks.
So what makes them think that socks might want to make a break for it?
Well, they conducted this experiment, I guess you would call it a psychological experiment, where they whispered affirmations to socks before washing them.
Okay, so they were giving pep talks to the socks.
Yeah, things like, you are strong and stretchy, or you are part of a matching pair.
Wow.
And the funny thing is, the affirmed socks were less likely to disappear.
So they're suggesting that socks have feelings and they like positive reinforcement.
It seems, so it's almost like those good vibes help them stay grounded in our dimension.
Interesting.
It's a very humorous take on the idea that even inanimate objects might respond to our intentions.
Right. It leads to a bigger question, which
Yeah.
is, if socks are choosing to leave our dimension, where are they going?
Well, according to this paper, there's a place called the Sock Haven.
Ooh, tell me more.
It's a sock utopia in another dimension, a world specifically designed for socks.
Okay, so like a sock paradise.
Exactly. No more being stretched out of shape, no more getting lost in the laundry abyss, just pure, unadulterated sock bliss.
I love it. And do they have any, like, scientific evidence for this sock haven?
Well, they talk about theoretical modeling and analyzing anomalous sock behavior. But let's be real, it's all in good fun. They're playing with these ideas and using it to poke fun at our human tendency to want to explain the unexplainable.
I think it's brilliant. And it makes me wonder, so if this sock haven does exist, how do we stop our socks from escaping to this nirvana?
Well, they have a couple of solutions.
Okay, lay it on me.
They suggest metallic cuffs to anchor socks to our dimension.
Like little sock handcuffs?
Exactly. Or they propose developing this advanced lint retrieval technology
Okay.
that could access the sock haven and allow us to bring back our lost socks.
So a whole industry dedicated to interdimensional sock retrieval.
It's a wild thought, but it speaks to the paper's creativity.
I love it. And even though it's lighthearted, it does make you wonder, is there more to this sock loss phenomena than meets the eye?
Right. It encourages us to question our assumptions and just embrace the unknown.
Even if it's just for a laugh.
It's amazing how our minds work, right? Like we lose a sock and we start thinking about interdimensional portals.
It's like we have to find an explanation.
Right. Our brains are wired for it, even if the explanations are out there.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I think there's also something to it, like losing a sock. It's not just losing an item. It's like losing a piece of order.
Yeah, I get that socks, they come in pairs, they represent balance, and then one goes missing and it throws everything off.
Yeah, you feel that little bit of chaos, and your brain is like, no, no, no. There has to be a reason for this.
Got to fill that void somehow.
Right, even with parallel universes. But let's come back down to Earth for a second.
Okay.
So the paper does mention some more, down-to-earth observations about this whole thing.
Right, like what?
They talk about how front-loading washing machines might be more prone to sock loss than top loaders.
Interesting.
And they think it's because of the way the machines work. Like top loaders have that agitator in the middle.
Yeah.
And front loaders use more of a tumbling motion.
So you think maybe they're getting stuck in all the folds and stuff?
Yeah. Maybe it's not interdimensional travel, just socks getting lost in the fabric of a fitted sheet.
A little less exciting, but probably more likely.
Probably. And it's a good reminder that, there are different ways of looking at things. Even something as silly as this.
Multiple perspectives.
Exactly. And speaking of different perspectives, they also suggest we should investigate whether other clothes,
Like what?
like underwear, could be experiencing the same thing.
The underwear anomaly?
Yes. They propose that different types of clothing might have, different dimensional affinities.
So socks go to the sock haven. Where does underwear go?
Underwear.
Okay, I think we're getting a little too out there now.
Yeah, maybe just a tad.
But
it's all in good fun, right?
of course, it's all about keeping an open mind and having a little fun with the unknown.
Exactly. And, it's a good reminder that even the most normal, everyday things can be kind of fascinating.
If you look at them the right way.
Totally. So next time you're missing a sock, don't just assume it's a laundry mishap.
Think bigger.
Maybe it's off on a grand adventure.
Or maybe it's just under your bed.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
But the point is, keep an open mind and keep those theories coming.
We love to hear them.
So we've had some fun with these crazy sock theories.
We have.
But, sometimes the simplest explanation.
This is the best one.
Exactly. Like maybe socks just get staticky and cling to other clothes.
Or they fall behind the washing machine.
Yeah. Things like that. It doesn't have to be interdimensional travel.
Right. Sometimes it's just everyday stuff we don't even think about.
But you know what? A little mystery is fun.
It is.
And who knows, maybe someday science will prove that the sock haven is real.
I hope so.
I know, me too. But until then, we have our own theories and ideas.
And that's what makes it so interesting.
It really does. It makes you think about things differently.
And be more curious.
Yeah. So whether you think socks are going to another dimension or just hiding really well.
We hope you've enjoyed thinking about this with us.
Yeah, it's been a fun deep dive into the mystery of the missing sock.
And remember, even the smallest things can be fascinating.
Exactly. So keep those theories coming and keep exploring the world around you.
There's always something new to discover.